Hey y'all, Funsize here. Welcome to ARK Survival Evolved Mobile. So we are back on our PVX clock server. Things have been going great. Earlier today, we first of all power leveled up on Carno Island. We ran around and did the whole 12 times note run thing. Power leveled up to the point where I could craft darts, which is kind of a big thing. And that was just a kind of initial push, nothing too huge. Then we went out and harvested some basic stuff, just did some tidying around the base, taming some basic tames. And in the process, we discovered that way over there at Blue Obelisk, there was a base with Brontos that were about to unclaim. So I set a timer for it. I waited for the Brontos to unclaim, and I claimed them. They were unclaiming from neglect. So looks like just one person plays in that tribe now. They're a level 12 player. And it's a big tribe, so obviously they're a new player who is kind of keeping things going when everybody else is left. I don't know. But they hadn't gone and checked on the farthest Brontos, so those ones unclaimed. So I claimed those. They also have a Quetzal that might be unclaiming in the next couple days, so I'm going to keep an eye on it. Never know what happens. Anyway, we came out with 6 120k health Brontos, and I was super excited, and then I realized that I have nowhere to put 6 huge colorful Brontos, so I gave them away. I got a bunch of narco berries first, and I gave away one to kind of a new guy on the beach, had some help with that, and gave the other ones to the alphas on Volcano, because the alphas are kind of an old nemesis of mine in his tribe, but that's all kind of water under the bridge now. It was kind of almost nice to see kind of familiar faces. We're starting things off kind of on a good relationship, because you got to be on a good relationship with the alpha. Planning to stay on the server for a while, so I don't want to be constantly having to duck my head and not show my face or anything like that. So being on good terms with the alpha is always great. Plus, I gave him 3 really good Brontos, and he's going to try to reciprocate and get me an Argentavis, either an egg or just a bred Argentavis for me. So looking forward to that. That could be a good investment in the future. So we got ourselves a couple Perlovias just a little bit ago, and knocked out a few of our beds so that we can request them where we want them. And what we're going to do is we're going to put in a classic blown out base in the north up here. I'm going to try to pick a spot where I can add a fabricator without going too awry, but we'll see. I need to invest in more weight for this character, that's for sure. Yeah, it looks like it should fit no problem up against this rock face. Let's see how deep we can get it. This might be a little tricky, but I'm thinking we can get it to fit just right. Alright, this will do for a basic shell. So I'm going to replace all this with stone. We're going to throw the door on this end, so that those ceilings don't make things obvious. We're going to put the bed probably in the middle, and then I'm going to close off this end for all of my crafting needs. Hopefully this works out great. Learned this handy trick the other day. You can toss the crafting key in your hotbar. It will snap to a fault. Pretty much no matter what you do. You gotta break some of this stuff. That's why I always put it in the bed before you're completed. Issue with this is you do need to replace it every 7 days. Small price to pay. Alright, one more foundation, 2 ceilings, and then we get going on the walls. Well, then we'll do the gate and then we'll do the walls. This is going to take me a while. I'll get back to y'all. Alright, and we're back, and we've finished it. So it took me a little while. Got it all knocked out. As you can see, there's the extended wall, hidden room. This is the biggest one I've made yet, but I think it'll do just fine. So I've put everything I can in the Perlovias. I've got a Perlovia stuck behind there. I'm going to have to teleport out, but for now, put everything else in the Perlovias. We're going to head south. We're going to grab all of our stuff and bring it up, stash it in the Perlovias where they're supposed to go, away from the base, where nobody knows, and then we'll be set and ready to continue the grind at full efficiency. What I'm loving about this is the placement right next to this cave, allowing me to put in potentially a generator and things like that in this cave and take advantage of that. So let's fly south and get our stuff. Alright, smashing the last mortar and pestle here. There we go. This guy, really don't need him. I'll leave him on wander just in case. Alright, bud, you're free to go. Live a Triceratop life. Alright, we're gonna head over here. There's one more item cache I have, and then we'll head north. And then we'll pick up a little bit of metal obsidian after that. We might just have enough supplies to craft ourselves our fabricator. So I got into a PvP bout, and it was interesting. It actually ended in me losing, and then the guy talking to me and giving me a bunch of stuff. And no, he does not know I do YouTube, so it's kind of weird, but I'm not complaining. Yeah, a bunch of stuff. See if I can get this all in one go. I highly doubt it. Alright, let's fly back north and get this stuff stowed away, and then I'll grab the last bit of ingot, and we'll craft up our crafting stations. Alright, we just emptied out our little smelting shack. It's gone, no trace. The reason I do that is so that people can't get a tag on me. Like, if they figure out that I'm changing my name all the time and I'm moving around, they might pick a small unused building that I've left behind and use that to dial in on my tribe name. So I try as much as possible to destroy things behind me that I don't need. I know in the early first videos I was doing for y'all, a lot of the time I would place beds just all over the place, and I've really changed my methodology in that department. Nomad playstyle goes really well with minimalist playstyle. Just do as little as you possibly can as far as building goes. The less people think about the fact that you even exist, the less chances you have of being raided. Alright, see what we've got here. This one. Gonna want to whip up some spark powder. Gonna need some hide, some stone, and some ingot. Let me get more stone. There we go, smithy now. Alright, crafting. We're going to need CP, spark powder, crystal, and oil. Fabricator. Yes, here we go. Perfect. I'm just going to wait for this to craft up some more. I'm going to craft a second fabricator and stash that away just in case we lose this one. Save ourselves some time. There we go. Alright, pretty awesome. Let's drop our fabricator. This is more a test than anything because I want to see how soon it's detected. If it's detected. There we go, hidden perfectly. I've stashed it in the bottom corner there so that it's a little bit harder to see from a distance. Because it doesn't render quite as far as the generator, it's a little easier to hide. A little. Alright, I'm going to stash the rest of this, and then we will be done for the day. Next time I'm going to come back, I'm going to need to get a whole bunch of ingot. I want to drop some vaults in some places. Y'all know me and vaults and rivers. I love those. Stash vaults, get crafting stations up. This is going to be a temporary stopover base, so I'm not going to be living out of a Nomad base like you're seeing here, like I have been. I'm getting into a different mindset. Once I have a prefab up, which I've already gotten the first steps to that, thanks to that really generous guy. Once I have a full prefab up, I'm going to throw up a base. I'm going to claim an underwater cave completely. Like, no way anybody can ever get into it without some serious work, which, as far as I know, nobody on the server has a large navy, but we'll see. So I want to claim an underwater cave to use as a core base. Then I want to pick a nice above water place to set up an actual base. It might even be out here on this little island here. We're going to get ready for dungeons. We're going to get prepped as much as we can. That means, yes, PvPing, yes, going out and having some fun that way, but also making ties with the stronger tribes so that we have a little bit of advantage, a little bit of breathing room to run the caves, get what we need, get the gear we need, get everything crafted up so that when dungeons come, we can jump right into it and get some awesome content out to y'all. So I hope y'all enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe, check out my Discord, and if you're interested, take a look at my Patreon. Thanks, I will see y'all next time.